All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Mantra Monday. So, we're in the middle of this series about dealing with various inner conditions. The inner condition we're going to be dealing with is aversion slash disgust. Now, there are any number of things which it's perfectly reasonable to be disgusted by. That is mostly to do with behavior that is actually reprehensible. Behavior that denies someone their basic rights and dignity, for example. It is perfectly reasonable to be disgusted by people who behave in that way. However, there is also the disgust that some people have for things that are part of who the person is, like their religious belief, or their skin tone, or their gender, however they wish to express it. And people, we've seen it, show disdain and disgust when somebody doesn't fit their narrow definition of what an acceptable person is supposed to be like. Well, that's not okay. And that is the aspect that we will be working with today. Now, our beliefs tend to focus on the integrity of the person, that all paths lead to reunification with divinity, and that, how you express yourself is part of your particular path. That's, I think, part of what differentiates us from any number of other religious paths who have this set of rules about who you should be, how you should be. That just doesn't work for us. You are an individual and you are on your own path. We provide what we consider to be an ethical set of guidelines to work towards and live by, and that recognizes that we all have the spark of divinity within us, and that should be respected. But as I said, there are any number of people who don't feel that way, and some of you may be out there listening, that there is a part of you that is disgusted by certain things about other people, that they don't deserve that. And once again, I'm being very clear. There is certainly reprehensible behavior out there that you have every right to be disgusted by. When people are treating other people as lesser, when they have no respect for other beings of any variety, whether human or not, when they think it is perfectly acceptable to destroy the environment, to bulldoze over other people's lives, that's disgusting behavior, and you have every right to be disgusted by it. But I'm talking about being disgusted by people being who they are. So this is, once again, one of our Shanti Prashanti mantras. And the little section that we're putting in this time is called Grina. So it's Shanti Prashanti Sarvagrina Upashamani Swaha. Let's do some Ganesh before we get into it. Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha, Om Gam Ganapatiye Namaha. 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 I'm gonna write the mantra that we're going to be doing in there so that you can see it. Like I said, with these longer ones, we're only going to do a half mala of them just so you get an idea of what the mantra is like. They said it goes Shanti Prashanti Savagrina Upashimani Swaha. 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 Acknowledging the dignity of other people. That should kind of be a no-brainer, don't you think? I think so. Even if there are things that the person does that are truly horrible. And those are things that society as a whole has to deal with. Their inherent dignity as a human being should always be acknowledged. Their behavior, we don't have to agree with. We don't have to accept. But their rights as a human being should be sacrosanct. Because if we don't accept that for them, why should anybody accept that for us? Pretty simple. It's basic human dignity. And that's something that a lot of us are starting to forget. That there is a certain dignity that everyone is entitled to. Not that they should be treated better than others. Simply that they are entitled to basic human dignity. Regardless. You can't take on their karma. They're on the path that they're on. And if they don't learn the lessons that particular time and form, they'll have plenty of opportunities to try again. When they drop their form, they'll go to the energetic level that works for them, and then they'll decide when they wish to take form again, and those lessons will be presented to them again. And they will continue to be presented until they are learned. That's why we're here. We haven't learned all the lessons we have to learn. If we had learned them, we wouldn't be here. So when everybody has this urge to think that they are perfect or should be perfect, get that out of your mind, okay? You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. None of us is perfect. If we were perfect, we wouldn't be here. We're just beings trying to learn and trying to be the best version of ourselves. Next week we'll take on a different inner condition and try to work with that and see if we can get that under control, because finding that balance, that's the key, where we can look at these things on their various energetic levels, moving up. We need to be up there on the spiritual level so that we can clear our mind. When our mind is clear, then our emotions are clear. When our emotions are clear, then our body is clear. That's the key. I'll see you all next week.